to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Raging Cajuns will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Auburn's offense comes onto the field first today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for the defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Looking for space. It's Hankers
on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers. Motion from the wide receiver. Gives it on the option. Creates a little room. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's second and long. Dropping back, it's Turbin. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50, and now to be fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Raging Cajuns offense will go to work for the first time today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front. The hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting over the block, making a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got it looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Quick release by the QB. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
The Raging Cajuns with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the easy completion. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Raging Cajuns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. This crowd knows when to bring it. With jet sweep pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense with the edges. They try to touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the good tackle, forced the 2nd down.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the defense in a bind.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're going to keep this drive going. You'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Turbin. Gets it out fast. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a gap. It's Hankerson. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Tigers are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice there, finding the... And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Has to get there to move the sticks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Thompson. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. This offense just wearing this defense down. 11th play of the drive coming. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Turbin. Bringing the heat. On the move, he fires. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the back. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss.
There he goes. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Flying play action. Balls it in. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. A 1st and 10 for this offense.
Understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun to give, looking for room. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. All out of space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Back to pass, it's Turbin. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Denson. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Auburn. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quick release on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of this big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Got a man. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll try to do it himself. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. And the Raging Cajuns headed quickly to the line. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Louisiana.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It is perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the plains. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Pulls and fires complete. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Raging Cajuns look to keep this drive humming. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, what a move. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Raging Cajuns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him, and they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
The Raging Cajuns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Gets it past the marker. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cajuns. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. So here comes the Auburn offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The quick out. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Turbin. Safe completion on the screen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. He didn't do it that time.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Throwing right. That's caught. It's Thompson. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fighting off the defender. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Denson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Dropping back, it's Turbin. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Hankerson. Breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll go right back to the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Hand off from the shotgun. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up from 5 to the 23. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Unloads quickly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Finding open areas. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. And the Raging Cajuns are on the move. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached... And a timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team